So it seems necessary to talk about me a little bit. I don't necessarily know why. But anyway, if you enter into the spiritual world, if you get past the gate that is humanity has to lose what is a lie to them and find what is true to them, if you surpass that and get to enter into the spiritual world itself, that opens the door to any number of truths, or more correctly, that gives you the access to the doors that are able to tell you what truth is. So you get to there's numerous doors, and you'll know which one each one is. But if you just randomly choose one, that would be bad for you, because the end result of it is that if you enter into a truth that is a decision that you made, and if you make that decision, you cannot get out of that decision unless you know what the truth of that situation is. You have to understand, or you can't get out until you do. Once you do understand, then you can again leave and enter a different truth if you want. So it is a lesson or a teaching environment or a learning environment, whatever you wish. But the end result of it is that we don't get to stay there unless you remain in the spiritual world, and that means that you're not really a participant in time. It's complicated. So anyway, having entered that world and understanding that men cannot save this earth, cannot save life on earth, and hell is coming, I asked to leave, but was told, not done yet, and that sent me back in the opposite direction, which is the opposite direction of force. What pushes one way and pulls the other way. And so the end result is you just kind of like driving down the highway. If you're going one way, you can't go back on the same side of the road. You have to go back on the other side. So the end result of that was that if men cannot save the world, cannot save themselves, then it has to go back to women. It has to, women have to be the answer to how the world survives. And of course, then I have no clue, being strictly male, I have no clue what woman is. So I ended up searching for what is woman, searching for the truth that is woman, to ask them one simple question, what would you do to save life on earth? That was the only question I had in mind. And actually, male and female, I don't know if they don't join, but they can combine at the spiritual edge of where time enters into, or is lost and enters into eternity. So these are very close at that moment in time, at that place in time. And it allowed me to go from one side to the other side in order to ask the question. I did not anticipate did not understand that women are so different that they're actually a different force. And I did not anticipate that once you go through the door to there, it would be sealed and you can never escape. And I did not anticipate lots of things. But the end result of it is that as predicted by the biblical book, or the Bible, the prediction of Revelation 12 is that a new life would be delivered by a spiritual woman standing on a foreign object, which is male in this case, and which is me in this case. And that left me to say to you, or to learn to you, that their choice, the choice of women, is that law must lead, not men. So and of course that is a value that I had walked away from, because men don't listen. But nonetheless, they are correct that only law can lead to life, or back to life. We're headed for extinction. That's the only course you have. That's what's going to happen with the fate of what you've chosen. So it's both the worst and the best decision of my life to enter into their world, or their force, or be turned around, or whatever you want to call it, and to identify or to balance with them the differences between male and female so that we could come up with a solution which is new life for this world, because we can choose both world law, not leaders. In other words, we're going to enforce the law, or our international we the world decision. This is the law we the world demand from our leaders. We're going to enforce that on them. And that, of course, means that we need to divide up the nations a bit so that it's smaller in size. We don't need huge and enormous armies. We don't need weapons of mass destruction. We have to take them all away. And of course that requires a unified we the world. And then a unified we the world would choose limited capitalism as well, because limited capitalism limits the amount of influence, the amount of resources, the amount of everything that any individual can attain. In other words, you can't allow, money makes a leader, money makes a ruler, money makes a tyrant. Take away their money and they become just like us. Not a leader, not a ruler, not a tyrant. In other words, equal. By the law, equal. So that is the new life that Revelation 12 predicted, and I delivered it. And they argue the whole difference of why not a woman rather than me, and I don't know why. I guess it has to do with the woman standing on something forward. I don't know. But anyway, certainly a blockade of all kinds of things stood in the way. And why particularly now, I have no idea. You're at the edge of your own extinction. Maybe you can realize it. I don't know. It's just not up to me. So anyway, that is the new life that you have opportunity to enforce, to do, and then there is, removing want from your life. Everybody wants what they want, isn't that so? But want is not your friend. Truth is your friend. Truth decides, and the consequence of that is destiny, which has a value because truth decided what your destiny would be. Or, as you were going today, fate decides, which means that you chose not truth, and the consequence of that is hell is coming. So anyway, and after another part of just Revelation 17:3, I think it is, represents that this spiritual woman gets complete control over a beast, which turns out to be, the beast is male, because that's what in reality men have been to women. Red men, it's what men have been to women, and then of course, why I get to play the part of male in that, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, she has control. Believe it or not, it doesn't matter to me. It's true. So I don't know why. The end result of that is that you have been given the opportunity to make a decision for yourself to save this world. You should be able to see from the evidence you already know that our world is in trouble. If you continue to just want what you want and nothing else, you will realize that that extinction has come and there's absolutely nothing you can do anymore. You must realize that a living world has to be protected from death, which is exactly what the universities have created for you, which is exactly what you have created from you. You followed, they led, you followed. And they couldn't lead unless you chose them to lead. You followed. And you put your leaders up in front of you, so you can lead. You followed. So it is a cult, or it is, herd mentality. We all turn and follow the leader because, that's what we want to do, or you want to do. But the end result is it's a cult. In human terms, it's a cult because only the leader decides then. And of course that's what communism is as well. Only the leader decides. Only a tiny few experts decide what your future will be, and they lead you to extinction. As is the constant of a global warming, of poisoning every source of water that there is, the constant of changing every food source, mutilating every facet of life, trying to ignite atoms on fire. You name it, they're doing it. Biological weapons spread throughout the earth, universities everywhere. All they have to do is release it. Weapons of mass destruction, you got leaders that say, no, I can do it. And they intend to, because, kill 1 billion people and you still got 7 billion to go. So it's going to be coming. It's just a matter of time. When probably there's not very much time left. Or I would not be here now. So I don't exactly know what the end result of your lifetime is, and I don't actually know what the end result of my lifetime is. To be absolutely honest with you, to be absolutely certain, I no longer know whether male or female or what the heck, or what I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have, and that's the end of it. That is what you can do too, the best you can with what you have, and you have to accept whatever it is that comes with that. You have to accept whatever it is that is a penalty for that. You have to accept that this is the decision that you made. I made the decision to enter into a female world to try to find an answer to how to keep this world alive, because I was sent back in time to say, not done yet. So this is the decision that I made. So I have to accept the fact that this is the decision that I made. So we have to live with that. So I don't really know what else to tell you other than make your own decision, follow your own truth. Let truth itself decide, not you. And if you choose love, your destiny should be, or will be, an eternity to share with God what is His love. And of course, every portion, every part of this earth, every living creature on earth is a part of, or a definition of, His love. Everything is given the opportunity to succeed, and everything is given the opportunity to fail. And we have choices to make that decide our fate, our truth, our judgment. All come from the things that we decide for ourselves. Therefore, we are, essentially God over our future, because you've chosen what your future will be. It isn't God that's going to judge you. Your truth will judge you. And whether there's mercy for that or not, certainly isn't up to me. It's not up to you. I can't save you. I can't change you. Can't do this or that or the other thing. I have no idea how the end of that all is going to turn out. You have to decide. It's up to you. It's up to you. What do you want to do? You want to go extinct? Or do you want to try to save life? And I got to tell you that, from everything that I see, I'm not at all sure that you'll survive, even if you try your best. But that doesn't mean you won't. And it's certainly not me that's going to decide. It will be God that decides whether this world lives or dies. And of course, your respect for God is very small. And your respect for life is very small. And your respect for the miracles that are on this earth is non-existent in a university. And your respect for anything, everything, is tiny. If you don't choose better, I guarantee you're going to go extinct. And you can take that for whatever you want to, but only truth will decide. So you can believe whatever you want to believe. It doesn't matter what you believe. You can believe you're going to live forever, but you might just die in the next second or two. Because you don't know. Man, I don't know either. I might live 100 years, so to speak, or die today. I don't know. And neither do you. But what we do know is truth will decide what happens then. So change, whatever it is that you think you want to be, or change who you are, or make a choice. Find your truth. Make it your own. Decide today if want is more important than truth, because if you want leads to hate, and it is that simple. And we all end up taking the wrong road or a wrong turn here or there or somewhere, and we all have to make a decision to stop. Don't go in after what you want where want does not produce a truth that is of value. Stop. Back up. Go down the road again. Make the other turn. And then proceed on down the road. Leave it alone. Discard what is going to be just tragic for you. Discard it. Throw it away. And make a better choice. Back up and choose again. And of course, religion is a foundation of rules, and the rules will stop the descent so that you can rise back up again and make another choice.